Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Welcome to our online learning initiative. Today, we are going to discuss about what will happen when the charged particle enter the magnetic field in some other angle that is other than 90 degree. Now let us assume this is the magnetic field and we are going to assume the charged particle is entering the magnetic field with an angle theta. Let us assume actually this is the magnetic field. When the charged particle enter the magnetic field like this, that is, this is the velocity vector. If both V and B are parallel, then what will be the magnetic force? We know the formula F is equal to Q V B sin theta. What is this theta? Theta be the angle between V and B. If V and B are parallel, then that is QVB sin 0, then force will become 0. Okay, already you are familiar with this. Similarly, let us assume if this is the direction of the magnetic field, if the particle enter into the magnetic field exactly at right angles to O, the magnetic field, then what will be the force? That is, the magnetic force will become Q V B sin 90. So we will get the particle will experience a maximum force. So force will become Q V B. But now our case is the particle which entering in the magnetic field with some other angle theta. Okay. So now this velocity. So now this is our charged particle Q and this is the velocity. Now whenever the charged particle enter the magnetic field with an angle theta, then this velocity will be resolved into two components. So the component V cos theta will be along the magnetic field and the component V sin theta will be along the perpendicular direction. Okay. Now, what will happen because of this V cos theta, the component, that is the component V cos theta which is along the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. So, because of this component, the particle will move along the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. Because since no force is due to this component V cos theta, because of this V cos theta, no force at all. So the charged particle will start moving along the direction of the magnetic field. Okay. But what is the effect due to this V sin theta component? And because of this component V sin theta, the particle will move in a circular motion. Now, our question is, we have only one charge and whether this particle will undergo both linear motion as well as the circular motion? Yes. Because the same particle which has both the velocity components. Okay. So this is subjected to both the components. That is, the particle will have both horizontal component as well as vertical component. This V cos theta component which makes the particle to move in a linear motion and this component V sin theta which makes the particle to move in a circular motion. So simultaneously the particle will undergo both linear motion as well as circular motion. So the combination of linear and circular motion is nothing but our helical motion. Okay, so the particle which undergo helical motion. Actually, helical motion is the combination of, it is the combination of both linear motion, linear and circular motion. So now, what will be the shape of this helical motion? Actually, the particle. So this is our particle, and because of this, how it will be? Okay. And similarly, it will be like this. Like a spring. Okay. So, now what is our intention? We want to calculate what is the time period for this one revolution, and also we are going to calculate the distance. Okay. So, already you are familiar with the formula that magnetic force. Formula is, what is the magnetic Lorentz force? QVB sine theta. Okay, so here we are going to take, because of this vertical component QVB sine theta, which is equal to mv square by r. Actually, we can also replace this v square by v sine theta, because of here v is what? Which component which plays very important role? Sine theta component, right? So, we are replacing that v by v sine theta. So, we will get v square sine square theta. So, cancel this one v and the sine theta and sine theta. So, what you will get, children? What is v from this? We can also write v is equal to q b r divided by m sine theta. M sine theta. This is the very important relation in helical motion. Okay. Now, we are going to calculate what is whenever the body, that is the particle which describe the path, that is circular motion, we know the formula, the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity, v is equal to r omega. So, we are going to replace this here, that r omega is equal to q b r divided by m sine theta. Okay. So, this r and r get cancelled. So, omega is equal to omega will become, what is omega? Omega is equal to QB divided by QB divided by M sine theta. Again, this is very important formula. And already we know that what is omega? Omega is equal to 2 pi divided by T. Okay. So, and this is equal to QB divided by M sin theta. So we can calculate what is the time period for one revolution. What is the time period for one revolution? T is equal to 2 pi M sin theta divided by QB. Okay. Time period for one revolution is 2 pi M sin theta divided by QB. This is the time period for one revolution. Now what is our intention? We need to calculate what is pitch. Okay. What is pitch? Okay. Let me redraw the diagram once again here, children, so that you will understand. This is the magnetic field and the particle is entering with some angle theta, and I told you that this is your horizontal component V cos theta and this is your vertical component V sin theta. And because of this cos theta component, the particle is moving along this line, that is straight line. Because of the sin theta component, it is describing the circular motion. Okay, actually, so this is the original direction. So the particle like a spiral, helical motion. Okay, so we need to calculate what is this distance. This distance is nothing but pitch. Okay, actually the pitch is nothing but the distance moved along the magnetic field. The distance moved along the magnetic field. The distance moved along the magnetic field in one revolution or one rotation, whatever it is. Okay. The distance moved along the distance moved along the magnetic field in one rotation. Normally, in order to, if you know time period as well as velocity, how will you calculate the distance? We know the formula. The general formula is velocity is equal to distance by time. Right? Here we are going to calculate this distance. This distance is nothing but pitch. So, can you calculate pitch is equal to velocity? So, that velocity here is the distance is moving. So, we are going to substitute that distance as V cos theta component. Okay, so V cos theta into time period. So, we can write that pitch is equal to V cos theta into what is our time period? 2 pi M sin theta divided by QB. So, we can write pitch is equal to, take this pi M V. Okay. So, what are all the remaining thing? We have pi M V over 2 sin theta cos theta. 2 sin theta cos theta can be taken as sin 2 theta divided by QB. Okay, so this is the formula to calculate pitch. What is pitch? The pitch is nothing but the distance moved along the magnetic field in one rotation. Okay, so distance moved along the magnetic field in one rotation is nothing but pitch. So this formula is to calculate time period for one rotation. Okay. So T is equal to 2 pi M sin theta by QB, and this is a formula to calculate the pitch. Pitch is equal to pi MV sin 2 theta divided by QB. So now let me conclude this topic. Whenever the charged particle enters the magnetic field other than 90 degree, that is when it enters with some other angle theta, then the velocity will be resolved into two components, b cos theta and b sin theta. Okay, then the motion of the particle will be helical motion. Okay, that is because of the horizontal component, the particle will undergo linear motion, and because of the vertical component, the particle will move in a circular path. So the combination of linear motion as well as the circular motion is nothing but helical motion. Hope you all of you understood this topic.